Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Paris.
Can we have a view of how many attendees have joined till now? Shika, just can we have just view so that we can start accordingly?
Just share my screen.
Sure. We are just waiting for a couple of minutes and then we'll start. We have some
Sure.
more attendees joining in. Yeah. Right. So, Paras, I think we should start now.
Yes, we
Yeah.
can. Yeah,
Yeah, so first of all, good afternoon and welcome to all the attendees to the session. And thank you so much for joining us. I'm Paras Dikshit. I'm working as a regional head for the company, for Discara company, and looking after the sales and a business development for the region. And with me, I have my colleague, Paras Bhavishi. He's also Paras, right? So he
yes.
and myself will take you through the session for the today's session, right? So I request Paras, can you just please introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes, as you already know, my name is Paris Bavishi now. We have two Parises here on this session today, and I handle implementations and some part of consulting to all the SEA region and India as well. All right. And I have basically gathered all the knowledge from a lot of our current customers, to understand and come up with this whole webinar to understand all the challenges. So, yeah, we will take a look at all of them after this. Yeah.
Right. So, friends, me and Paras both have been working with our clients who are basically into the same segment, same injection molding industry, and we are working. I mean, we're trying to understand like what are the challenges that they were facing on a daily basis. What are the possible solutions that we can offer them? So, as a company, if we look at, we have 20 plus years of experience in the domain. Like we have so many clients, we keep on listening. What are the challenges and what are the solutions? Basically, they are looking at from the company, right? So, and one more thing to add, like Paras Bhaveshi, his father is also having an injection molding plant. So, if
Yes.
we talk about not just the theoretical knowledge, but even the practical knowledge, the challenges have been facing on a ground, that is all what we are going to discuss during the session. One more thing is there is have been a lot of buzz in the market about IoT, about artificial intelligence, AI, about cloud. And friends, in I mean recent times, if you look at there is a lot of adoption on technology by different SMEs, by different organizations in the market, not just to grow but to remain competitive in the market. Most of you must have heard about IoT, that is open AI technology. I just share some figure with you. If you look at IoT have added 1 million users in just 5 days, but not even a 1 week, right? 1 week time. And if you compare with another platform, which is Netflix, Netflix took almost, can you imagine, 3.5 years. मतलब जो काम 3.5 साल में हुआ था, चैट जीपीटी which open AI have done within 5 days. So adoption is so fast. Okay, if you really want to grow, we I mean we have to adopt the right technology, and not just to remain, I mean, to grow, but even to remain competitive in the industry. So that is the, like one of the most important point that we are going to touch during the session also. But primarily the focus will be what are the top challenges and how we can help our clients, our customers to come up the solution, to resolve those challenges. Yeah, Paras, yeah. So if we look at the total industry size of plastic injection molding in India, the size is around 2.95 lakh crores. And this market size is expected to grow to 4.63 lakh crores in, I mean, next 4 years, that is 2027, at a CAGR of 6.6%. And see, post COVID, there is a again drastic growth increase in the, I mean, adoption demand. If you look at any consumer industry, consumer durables, you talk about the medical equipments, you talk about electrical electronics. Because if I'm manufacturing a TV, I need to I need to build that cabinet, plastic cabinet. Basically, that cabinet is also getting manufactured from injection molding machine. So one is there is a demand increase in the demand in the market. Second is that there is a disposable income which is also getting increased now day by day. So definitely there is more purchase. Also there is more and more incentive by government on a manufacturing to plastic which is biodegradable, recyclable. So now we are also looking at, like most of the manufacturer, that I should use the plastic which is biodegradable. So we are seeing that because of all lot of other reasons, there is overall increase in the growth and adoption of the product which are basically made from plastic. Okay, so if there is a growth in the industry, we also have to adopt the right technology so that we can just maintain pace with the growth in the industry, right? Yeah, next.
Yes.
So, since most of our participants in today's session are from injection molding industry, they must be aware of. उन सभी को मालूम होगा कि plastic injection molding होता क्या है. But even if we'll put in a single line, plastic injection molding is a process basically in which plastic जो होता है, plastic is melted and then it is injected into a cavity mold, right, to create parts or
Yes.
any product. जो प्लास्टिक है उसी को हम मेल्ट कर रहे हैं, उसी को इंजेक्ट करते हैं इन कैविटी एंड मोल्ड, एंड दैट इज बेसिकली कन्वर्टेड इनटू प्रोडक्ट और एनी कंपोनेंट और एनी पार्ट, राइट. एंड दिस प्रोसेस इज बीइंग यूज्ड एक्सटेंसिवली इन नंबर ऑफ इंडस्ट्री. हम लोग ने काफी डे टू डे अगर हम लेफ्ट राइट वी सी एनीवेयर वी कैन सी, वी सी देयर इज सम अदर काइंड ऑफ प्लास्टिक दैट इज प्रेजेंट देयर, राइट. Some is recyclable, some is biodegradable, some is not recyclable, biodegradable, right. If we talk about the medical equipment, most of the medical equipment like syringes, right? Any medical devices that are manufactured from plastic. If you look at any electrical appliances, whether it is TV, it is geyser, it is refrigerator, they are from also from plastic or some fabric, right? Fiber kind of material. Then if you look at agriculture items, whether it is sprinklers or it is any pot kind of material, whether tray, it is again from plastic. In automobile, we see lot of the products from plastic industry, whether it is handle, it is dashboard, it is my steering. Similarly in lighting, switches, sockets, packaging material, lot of the material is from I mean from the same plastic. So this plastic is being used extensively in the industry, so the market is growing aggressively. Important is that again, are we really keeping pace with the technology and changing demand of the customer from the market? So right, this also we are going to address during the session, today's section. Yeah, next please. So, see, if you look at overall challenges, see, these are the top 5 challenges that we are seeing, which are coming from our clients who are in the same field. First is the cost of raw material. Another is the product quality and consistency. Are we really maintaining the required quality and consistency or not? Then the scrap and wastage management. तो स्क्रैप जो जनरेट हो रहा है क्या वो बहुत ज़्यादा है, क्या मुझे कंट्रोल करना चाहिए. अनदर इज द इंक्रीज कॉम्पिटिशन. कॉम्पिटिशन इज इंक्रीजिंग डे बाय डे, बट am I making required changes, like required updates to meet with the competition and to create that edge to compete with the other players in the market. And definitely technological advancements related to IoT or cloud or any other field. So we are going to see each of the challenge one by one in detail, and what are the possible solutions that we generally provide to our clients, right? Yeah. So if we talk about friends, cost of any product, it can be divided into 4 components basically. One is the component cost. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई एम मेकिंग अ सूटकेस, मैं एक सूटकेस बना रहा हूँ या मैं कोई बैग बना रहा हूँ. व्हाट आर द कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ अ बैग? इट इज बेसिकली दैट केस, आगे पीछे जो केस आता है, केस. सेकंड इज अबाउट द व्हील्स. it can be handle, it can be frame. So raw material comprises or used mostly for making the components. Major part of the cost in component is the raw material. So जो raw material मैं use कर रहा हूँ is the right raw material or not, whether it is procured at right cost or not, that is also a very important factor by deciding the cost of that particular material, whether it is a component, is a final product. Coming to wastage cost, most of the time what we have seen that wastage and even the additional cost that we're going to see, most of the business owners do not incorporate total cost of wastage in while calculating total cost of the product. कभी कभी जो प्रॉफिट होता है कैलकुलेट करता है कि इतना प्रॉफिट आना चाहिए, वो नहीं आता है। क्यों नहीं आता है? क्योंकि कुछ एडिशनल कॉस्ट्स हैं या वेस्टेज है, वो हमने उसमें इनकॉर्पोरेट नहीं किया हुआ है। सो wastage can be for, if we can take an example of the same industry, injection molding, it can be in terms of runner. Whenever we are manufacturing let's take example of bag only, there is a runner or there is a flash is basically something plastic which is coming out of the component. We have to rub it and we have to remove it, right? So that is wastage. So we have to see that wastage should be minimal so that ultimately मेरा cost कम होगा. Secondly, it will not also lead to the pollution, because if I am not using wet wastage, I'm just throwing up or I'm just disposing of, because disposing of will also take involve some cost. Okay, so that cost would be low. Byproduct cost. Byproduct is something which is also having certain value. I can sell it or I can use it again, so that my raw material requirement will get reduced. For example, if I'm making a bag, through injection molding, the whichever material is coming as byproduct, again that runner, we take example of runner, so that can be, I mean, grinded and again can be mixed with the raw material and can be used as a total raw material for making the final product. Okay, so byproduct is also carries the product. So really I am incorporating that byproduct while calculating the requirement of raw material for my product or not, that is also need to be taken care of. Additional cost, as we said, this is second point. Apart from wastage, which most of our customers do not incorporate, additional cost can be in terms of material handling cost. It can be in terms of courier cost, in transportation cost, or storage cost. So this is very important. If I'm selling some products say at 100 rupees, but courier cost is just 1 rupees or 2 rupees, or transportation 1 or 2 rupees, I need to incorporate that cost also, because for single quantity it's 1 or 2, but if I'm making quantity in thousands and lakhs, तो शायद वो 1-2 रुपए वाला भी जो होता है, that is a very big amount in terms of larger quantities. So we'll see how we incorporate this in Descara also, and in Descara products, so that our entire production activity will be efficient and productive, right? So I just request Paras, can you just please show us how we can handle this challenge in the product?
Yes. Before that, adding on to your points, right? The cost of raw materials, like you said, is very important. I can give you a normal use case. Let's say my dad's manufacturing unit या client's का unit. जब हम basically we try to understand their problems. The main problem is कि see cost the raw materials का जो prices है, it keeps changing day by day, right? It is not controlled by us; it's controlled by the market. तो you need to know at any given point of time कि let's say कि आज का प्राइस 180 रुपीज है मान लो पर केजी, राइट, जो दाने मिलते हैं द पॉलिथीन पैलेट्स, राइट। तो अब
Right.
वो डेली उसका प्राइस चेंज हो रहा है, राइट। तो एट एनी गिवन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, लाइक आई सेड, आई नीड टू नो व्हाट इज माय एक्चुअल कॉस्ट, राइट। मुझे कैलकुलेशन नहीं करना पड़ेगा, मुझे बेसिकली एक्सेल में डालना है, फॉर्मूला डालना है, एंड दैट विल टेक अप अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम। या तो मैं एक्सेल में बैठ के ये सब करूं या तो मैं बिजनेस देखूं, राइट। So that is a big challenge. I need to have everything right on one particular screen or one particular platform where I can just, with a click of few buttons, I can understand कि मेरा cost क्या है, right? So based on that cost, I can tell my customer कि ये मेरा selling price है आज का, right?
Absolutely.
I've noticed my dad, right? So he gets calls from different suppliers कि भाई आज का ये था cost, आज आपको 180 पे या 200 पे मटेरियल गिरेगा, right? So at that given point of time, my dad in his head he would know कि अच्छा this is the cost and I have to price it at this particular. Let's say this is my sales price for today. If any customer calls me, this will be my price. But is he quoting the right price? We don't know because he doesn't know the exact cost of everything else, right? He just knows the raw material cost, but not of your byproducts, any additional
Yeah.
cost, what is the operator cost, etc. So a very good challenge that we can solve, right? So let me just show that to you in software here. So this is Deskera MRP, right? A full-fledged solution for your business needs, which is your you could say your billing, invoices, etc. Now let me go into your MRP, which is completely material tracking based, right? तो इधर basically if you go to a work order आपको पता होगा comes from a sales order. ये वर्क ऑर्डर जब आप कोई कस्टमर आपको सेल्स ऑर्डर देता है या तो आप नीड टू स्टॉक करते हो कि बना के रखते हो, राइट? तो आप एक वर्क ऑर्डर बनाओगे, फिर अगर आप वर्क ऑर्डर में जाके देखोगे तो यू विल सी कि व्हाट आर यू ट्राइंग टू मैन्युफैक्चर, कितना मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हो, इसका कॉस्ट भी आपको इधर मिल रहा है, राइट? मटेरियल कॉस्ट हो गया जो है रॉ मटेरियल्स, फिर ऑपरेशन कॉस्ट जो ऑपरेशन होने वाला है, ऑपरेशंस अगर आपको देखना है कि कौन से ऑपरेशंस है वो आप इधर भी देख सकते हो कि एक्सट्रूजन हो रहा है, इंजेक्शन मोल्डिंग एक्सेट्रा, तो प्रेशर एक्सेट्रा, ये जो भी ऑपरेशंस है वो भी डिफाइन किए गए हुए हैं, राइट? फिर हो गया आपका ऑपरेटर कॉस्ट कि अब मान लो 4-5 आदमी काम करने वाले हैं ये सिंगल मशीन में, या तो बड़ा वाला हो गया, छोटा वाला हो गया, मान लो एक चाहिए या दो चाहिए, तो सबका कॉस्ट ऑटोमेटिकली वो कैलकुलेट करके इधर आपको एस्टिमेट दिखा देगा, राइट? कि अगर मुझे ये प्लास्टिक बॉटल 5 क्वांटिटी बनानी है, अगर मैं इधर 5 डालता हूं तो ऑटोमेटिकली सिस्टम कैलकुलेट करके मुझे इधर दिखाएगा कि ये जो ऑपरेटर जो जिनको आता है ये मशीन चलाना उसका कॉस्ट क्या है, राइट? फिर हो गया मशीन, मशीन का कॉस्ट क्या है, या तो मैंने रेंट में लिया तो रेंट का कॉस्ट भी इधर ऐड हो जाएगा, या तो मेरा एक खुद का मशीन है, राइट? तो उसका प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी, फिर उसका कितना यील्ड है, ये सब अक्यूमुलेट होके आपको फिर कॉस्ट दिखा देगा कि भाई दिस इज द कॉस्ट ऑफ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग 5 प्लास्टिक बॉटल्स, राइट? ये सब मिला के आपको टोटल कॉस्ट भी मिल जाएगा, एस्टिमेटेड भी मिलेगा, और ये करंट वर्क ऑर्डर में आपका टोटल कॉस्ट मिल जाएगा विथ योर बाइफरकेटेड कॉस्ट, राइट? ये हो गया आपका रॉ मटेरियल्स अलोंग विथ डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स इन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर बॉटल, है तो 5 बॉटल्स, राइट? देन अगर मैं नीचे जाऊं थोड़ा तो फिर देन यू कैन सी ऑल द डिटेल्स आर शोइंग अप हियर कि इसका प्राइस क्या है, आई कैन सी द रॉ मटेरियल प्राइसेस जिसमें मैंने खरीदा है, राइट? यू कैन सी अवेलेबल क्वांटिटीज क्या है मेरी, तो वो भी इधर ऑन द गो आई कैन सी कि ये ऑर्डर के लिए क्या क्या अवेलेबल है, क्या चाहिए मुझे, कितना कॉस्ट है, राइट? यू कैन सी सबका कॉस्ट भी इधर दिखा रहा है. And if you scroll down completely to the end, you get two boxes here, which is very simple to understand. इधर लेफ्ट साइड में है you have consumption and production, जहाँ पे आप जैसे ही क्लिक करते हो इधर आपको सारा डिटेल्स मिलेगा कि आपको रिक्वायर्ड चाहिए 5, आपको 5 बॉटल प्लास्टिक बॉटल बनानी है, राइट? एलोकेट कितना करना है, कितना कंज्यूम हुआ रॉ मटेरियल्स, वो रॉ मटेरियल्स यूज होने के बाद कितना प्रोड्यूस हुआ, राइट? ये सब मुझे जानना होगा, राइट? तो ये सब अगर तुम एक्सेल में करोगे तो ऐसे इतना इजीली नहीं मिलेगा, राइट? जैसे ही मैं अगर रिक्वायर्ड क्वांटिटी चेंज करूँ तो ये सारा चेंज होता जाएगा, कॉस्ट भी चेंज होएगा, सब चेंज हो जाएगा, तो दैट वे यू गेट रियल टाइम इंफॉर्मेशन की मेरा कॉस्ट क्या है. फिर आएगा आपका वेस्टेज, वेस्टेज भी आप इधर डाल सकते हो, राइट? देन आ गया आपका एडिशनल चार्जेस, मान लो आपका शिपिंग का चार्ज हुआ, पैकिंग चार्जेस हुए, या तो आप पैकिंग एक प्रोसेस ही बना सकते हो, राइट? वो ऑपरेशंस में आ गया और उसका कॉस्ट भी इधर आ जाएगा. या तो आप किसी जैसे मैंने बोला शिपिंग हो गया या कुछ मेंटेनेंस का चार्जेस हो गया, राइट? अगर मान लो कुछ टूल्स नहीं मिले तो उसका भी चार्जेस हो गया, तो वो सब इधर ट्रैक करके आप एक ही वर्क ऑर्डर में देख सकते हो कि ये मुझे 5 बनाने में इतना 1031 रुपीज लग रहा है, ठीक है? तो अगर मेरा कॉस्ट 1000 है, मुझे कितने में बेचना है मेरे कस्टमर को. मान लो कोई कस्टमर आया, मान लो रिलायंस आया खरीदने, ठीक है? तो आपको पता होना चाहिए एट एनी गिवन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम कि अगर ये मेरा कॉस्ट है तो मैं इसको दूंगा 2000 रुपीज में, ठीक? तो आपका प्रॉफिट मार्जिन भी उसको अब आपको इधर ही पता चल जाएगा. या तो आप प्रॉफिट मार्जिन पकड़ के चलोगे या तो आप कॉस्ट पकड़ के चलोगे. अगर आप प्रॉफिट मार्जिन ले लोगे तो मान लो 10% है ऐसा कुछ, देन ऑटोमेटिकली आपको पता होगा कि आपको सेल्स प्राइस क्या रखना है, राइट? सो दिस गिव्स मी रियल टाइम कॉस्ट रिलेटेड इंफॉर्मेशन. एंड ये जब आप कुछ भी चेंज करते हो तो आपको रियल टाइम का डेटा मिलता है, विच इज वेरी वेरी हेल्पफुल. अगर मैं ये मेरे पापा को बोलूं कि देखो आप कॉस्ट सब मिल रहा है तो बेसिकली he'll be very happy. ये देखेंगे कि ये मेरा कॉस्ट है, ये सब मेरा ऑपरेशंस है, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. फिर उसको basically he will be more focused on the production and the business aspect of it, not अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि कितना कैलकुलेट करना है, ये मैंने कितना रॉ मटेरियल लिया, कितना लेना है इसमें, कितनी
Right.
बैग्स यूज हुई, एक्सेट्रा. राइट, सो यू गेट एवरीथिंग ऑन द गो हियर, which is a very good option to have. So yeah, that is a very good solution that we can provide. Yes, Paras, please continue.
Right, right, right. So, thanks, Paras. Basically, see, we can handle each and every parameters which you have seen in the previous slide very efficiently, right? Because see, we are looking at the raw material cost, we are looking at the additional cost. If there is any wastage, that also we are saying. If there is any, I mean, byproduct, that also we are incorporating. So, as such, we are including every possible cost which is there in making any product, right? Another
Yes.
important parameter is the product quality and consistency. And friend, this is one of the, I mean, very important parameter. Just take an example. In fact, we dealt with this case with one of our client at the first phase of our meeting, where they have made certain product and they have sent the entire lot through a vehicle to their customer, and that entire lot was rejected. So just assume what must be the loss to the customer, the entire lot, and it took almost 16 days, means continuous working, 24 hours working for making that product. So ultimately, quality product is very important for any manufacturer, and also there should be consistency. It should not happen like for 1 month I prepared the very good quality product, second month it's not good quality product, because rejection cannot be like afforded because it's totally wastage. Again, what all normally we see in terms of quality evolution or checking the quality, one is the weight and density. Is the product is having right weight or right density, because ultimately it is going to determine the strength of the product, whether it is having a required balance or not, whether it is a secure good product or not. So it's very important that product should also have the right weight and density. Coming to the regulatory compliance, most of you must have seen that whether it is a final product or whether it is a component, normally manufacturer's ID or expiry date or manufacturing date or certain identification number is mentioned on the component or on the product, so that even if there is some failure or there is some damage, it should be easy for the government or respective authority to track it. So if the product is not meeting the required compliance requirement, it may get rejected. So we should also be able to track that. Dimensional accuracy is also equally important. If the required component is not having the prescribed dimensions, it may not fit or it may malfunction, right? So it is why also very important when we talk about the quality of the product, it should also have a required dimensions. Next is about the finishing, whether the component or the final product is having the required finishing, whether it is in terms of texture or it is in terms of color, smoothness, right? This all also we can track very efficiently with the software, right? So that our rejection will be zero or it will be minimal, so that ultimately that will add to our profit and lower the overall cost of our operations. So this also will show you quickly how it can be handled efficiently and productively, right? Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So we'll go back to our software. So if you just come here, you see that हमने basically एक पूरा module ही बनाया है quality check के लिए, because we understand how important quality checking or quality testing is for a particular manufacturer, right? Because like Paras said, that you are basically putting in 16, 17, 20 days sometimes just to manufacture a particular batch of products, and then for it to be rejected when it is going to the customer's warehouse is a very big problem, because you that tends to show ki you are not serious in the market. If let's say you have low quality, then it's a bad publicity for your company, right? You can't have that, right? You have to get that checked every single moment of time. Then you don't want the customer to return these products as well, because it is going to incur a cost for you. It was a cost for you when you manufactured, it was a cost for you when your trucks went to that customer's warehouse, and again it was a cost for that truck to come from their warehouse to your warehouse. So my cost is just increasing, but where is my profit, where is my income? I don't see anything. So having a good quality product makes a lot of sense in current market. right? Right
Right.
now, there's like you said, there's so much competition, and you can't give any gaps, any reason for any product to get rejected just based on your quality. Quality is something that you can control it yourself because you know what raw materials you're purchasing, how your operations are set up, what kind of workers have you hired in your organization, and they have to be 100% efficient for you to get that exact quality product, right? So what we have done in Deskera is made it so simple for you to do your quality checks, wherein which you just need to basically when let's say आप जब रॉ मटेरियल्स खरीद रहे हो, राइट, दैट टाइम ऑल्सो यू नीड टू सी कि क्वालिटी क्या है, राइट? इफ लेट्स से one of my client basically they were purchasing raw materials from a particular supplier, and I'm not going to name any names here. So what was happening actually was they didn't have the right quality checks placed, right, during the procurement of raw materials. They used to check the quality after it was manufactured, but basically क्या हो रहा था कि they told me कि a lot of our quality is getting rejected, right, and we are trying to get it fixed with the correct operation operators etc, but we are not understanding what is going wrong, right? So in that case, I suggested that you can have quality checks done when you're purchasing itself, right? कि अगर मैंने Reliance से खरीदा जो दाने आते हैं, right, वो has to be let's say transparent, or if I need some kind of master batch, then it has to be in that same color, because अगर color में difference हो गया, then मेरा final product में भी problem हो जाएगा, which
Exactly.
my customers won't accept that color, because अगर मेरे customers ने बोला कि my chemicals have to be in yellow color drums where I can put the danger sign in red. Now if my color is so bad where it becomes orange at the end of the finished product, now, Orange Way. So this is just a small example, but how will they print their logo, their data on the barrel, the chemical barrel? They can't, right? Because color, such a small thing could make such a big difference, right? So this has to be checked from the first moment the raw material is coming in your system, in your warehouse, right? So here, if you can see on my screen, there is a bill, right? कि मैंने PP प्लास्टिक से ये सब रॉ मटेरियल्स खरीदा है, राइट? यू सी ऑल ऑफ दिस हियर. जैसे ही मैंने ये रिसीव किया, ये क्वालिटी चेक में गया, राइट? तो इधर आप देख सकते हो, ये सारे मैंने एक परचेज ऑर्डर आप देख सकते हो इधर दिखा रहा है, राइट? परचेज ऑर्डर 7, राइट? तो आप इधर देख सकते हो जब ये गुड्स रिसीट हो रहा है तो मुझे ये क्वालिटी चेक होना चाहिए. अब इसका हो गया है, ये ठीक है, इसका भी हो गया है, ये पेंडिंग है, राइट? तो हम क्या करेंगे, पेन ये क्वालिटी चेक करेंगे. जब तक ये क्वालिटी चेक होगा नहीं तो वो आपके वेयर हाउस में आएगा ही नहीं, राइट? तो इधर आप देख सकते हो मैंने कुछ पैरामीटर्स बनाए हुए हैं जो हमने अभी जस्ट डिस्कस किया था कि रेगुलेटरी कंप्लायंस, कि इज दिस पर्टिकुलर मटेरियल, राइट, इज इट okay with the government for me to manufacture, because as everyone knows right now who is attending this session, ki plastic is a very big you would say a problematic product currently because of environmental concerns, right? A lot of governments are shutting down manufacturing units just because plastic is a very dangerous product when it comes to biodegrading aspects, right? Because if it doesn't get degraded on time, then again it's a problem because ये waste हो गया या it is harming the environment, etc., etc. Because we are trying to move to the future, right? So all of this will matter a lot. So in that case, अगर ये compliant है कि नहीं based on the government regulations, if it is yes or no, you can select that as well. Now you see I have yes and no as the options, but I can have more options as well. It is compliant but not compliant with this. You can mention that as well. So I can say that okay, it is compliant. Weight and density, I can choose the weight and density as well, right? अगर मान लो ये बैग जो आया है 500 ग्राम्स की है कि नहीं, वो आप चेक कर सकते हो इधर. देन कम्स योर फिनिशिंग एंड कलर. तो आप जैसे ही सिलेक्ट करते हो यू कैन सी कि ये कौन से कलर में है, या तो ये पूरा ट्रांसपेरेंट है जो दाना आ रहा है, या ये पूरा ओपेक है, या कलर क्या है जो अगर मैं मास्टर बैचेस अगर मैं परचेज कर रहा हूँ तो उसका कलर क्या है. तो अगर ये मान लो ओपेक है, विच इज अ प्रॉब्लम फॉर मी लेट्स से, राइट? तो इन दैट केस इट हैज टू गेट रिजेक्टेड बिकॉज आई कांट यूज दिस ओपेक. अगर मैंने ये ओपेक वाला रॉ मटेरियल ले लिया और प्रोडक्शन में मैंने ऑलरेडी डाल दिया, मशीन में मैंने डाल दिया, अब वो गर्म होके निकल रहा है. जब वो निकल रहा है तो द प्लास्टिक इज नॉट ट्रांसपेरेंट and I want a transparent plastic because I am manufacturing a plastic bottle, right? तो अगर मुझे मेरा ये प्रोडक्ट है ही नहीं तो फिर it doesn't make sense for me to receive these at all, right? तो अब इधर आके देखोगे कि ये प्रॉब्लम है मेरे लिए, तो मैं ये पास्ट केजी में 0 डालूंगा और ये रिजेक्ट हो गया मेरा. मैं इन्वर्ट कर रहा था 1 kg और उसमें 1 kg रिजेक्ट हो गया क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम है ओपेक है. ठीक है, फिर मैं इधर सेलेक्ट करता हूं और डालूंगा रिजेक्टेड वेयर हाउस में क्योंकि ये रिजेक्ट हो गया. फिर आप इधर कमेंट्स डाल सकते हो कि दिस इज रिजेक्टेड ड्यू टू ओपेकनेस एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, राइट? कि अगर आपकी जो क्वालिटी कंट्रोल टीम है वो आके इधर कमेंट्स देख के बोल सकती है कि अच्छा इसके लिए रिजेक्ट हुआ है तो इसका परचेज रिटर्न करना है फिर, राइट? तो आप फिर सेव करोगे, जैसे ये हो गया इधर डन दिखेगा. फिर आपकी जो क्वांटिटीज है वो जाके रिजेक्टेड वेयरहाउस में बैठेगी. फिर आपकी क्वालिटी कंट्रोल टीम वापस परचेज रिटर्न करके दूसरा बैच खरीद लेगी वैसे. तो नाउ दिस इज जस्ट वन स्टेप कि दिस इज थ्रू द रॉ मटेरियल्स. वी हैव quality checks even in each and every work order as well. So if you see if it is going from one operation to the other operation, right? If you see कि अच्छा इधर मैंने इधर तक रॉ मटेरियल मेरा ठीक था, सब ठीक चल रहा है, इसके बाद क्वालिटी चेक होना चाहिए कि भाई ये जो सेमी फिनिश गुड या वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस जो निकल रहा है वो करेक्ट क्वालिटी का है कि नहीं, राइट? कि अगर मान लो इधर ही उसका प्रॉब्लम हो गया देन एवरीथिंग योर all the other operations will get messed up. ये नहीं होना चाहिए, right? Because all of these operations take up a lot of my days, a lot of my manpower, a lot of my time, a lot of my cost, right? So it shouldn't happen. So इसके लिए we've given quality checks between each and every operation so that you can pass it through different stages. And then finally during dispatch अगर आप देखते हो कि अच्छा हाँ ये सब ठीक क्वालिटी का है और जो प्लास्टिक बॉटल जो सब मैन्युफैक्चर होके बाहर निकली ये सब ठीक है और फिनिशिंग स्मूथ है इसका, देन आई विल पुट इट इनटू डिस्पैच. ये मैं लोड करवा दूंगा मेरे ट्रक में. अगर मान लो प्लास्टिक का जो बॉटल बना वो उसमें स्क्रैचेस है, स्क्रेप हो गया है थोड़ा, ये सब जाएगा नहीं कस्टमर को, राइट? ये सब मेरे रिजेक्टेड वेयरहाउस में बैठेगा जैसे मैंने दिखाया था आपको, राइट? तब क्या होता है कि you can actually take those rejected quantities and either give it to maybe let's say wholesalers, right? Normally industries में क्या होता है कि अगर मान लो कोई भी स्मॉल स्क्रैच आ गया या कुछ स्क्रेप हो गया जैसे कि मैंने बोला, राइट? तो ये फेक नहीं देते. ये क्या करता है या तो किसी और सप्लायर को दे देते हैं जो इसको क्रश करके किसी और WIP या फिनिश गुड या किसी और मान लो कोई और ड्रम बना रहा है और इसको ये रॉ मटेरियल हो गया मान लो, तो वो क्या करेगा वो इसको लेके मेल्ट करके पूरा मतलब मेल्ट कट जो भी करना है करके वो रॉ मटेरियल्स बना के वो उसके मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सिस्टम में डाल देगा. सो दैट वे इफ देयर इज एनीथिंग ऑफ बैड क्वालिटी व्हिच कैन बी यूज्ड फॉर समवन एल्स व्हिच यू कैन मेक मनी आउट ऑफ can also be done from our quality check process. So this way you're not losing out of any of your raw materials, right? Because you are not getting bad quality raw materials in that case. Even if it is manufactured and it gets rejected, तो उसका भी आपको data मिल जाएगा which you can use it again, right? And then you can dispatch the perfect quality products to your customers, right? Then your customer knows कि this is the standard of quality you have. Below this, it's never going to go. So basically, वो आपसे ही खरीदेगा every time. He will have no doubts about quality. He will be very sure, right? So yeah, there you have it. This very simple quality check that can be processed. And you saw how simple it was. There was no, I didn't have to break my
Absolutely.
head. ये बहुत simple था ये. So this is one way to go about your quality check from here. Yes. So
Right,
go
right.
to the next.
Yeah, absolutely, Paras. And quality control becomes extremely important, essentially, if you are into export business, right? Domestic also it is very
Yes.
important, but if you are an export, the time involved, the cost involved, whether it's a
Exactly.
manufacturing or transportation cost, that is very huge. So you cannot afford that your product is getting rejected, right? So, and it also
Yes.
relate to your
Yes.
brand perception and image in export market, right? So it's very important that what your product we are sending, that should be of right quality, right? Okay,
Yes,
so next coming to the
definitely.
scrap and waste management. So again here, see, every organization or any manufacturing firm want to reduce the waste, because challenges are that one is that if the waste is created, so that is ultimately cost to me, because either I have to dispose of that waste, because that involves again the cost, or the material, raw material which I'm using, that is also getting wasted, because ultimately a waste is getting created. So we'll look at the two areas basically. One is the optimum utilization of resources. So first of all, the raw material which I am using, it cannot be minimum or it can be no, cannot be maximum. Because if I am creating a right quality of product, I have to use the optimum quantity of raw material for building or making that product. Okay. So, and if it's a maximum, definitely that will be the wastage of the product. That is, it will be converted into waste from raw material. So it is very important that when you are making any product, the wastage should be minimal and raw material should be utilized at a very efficient level. This also we can handle very efficiently in our product. Moreover, as we had discussed, I mean previously, if there is more waste, definitely there are also environmental concerns created because of that, because that also led to pollution. So if we are controlling waste, we are also doing good for our society also, not just controlling the cost, right? So let's see how we handle even this in the product.
Yes, very good point. Yes, because if अगर मैं तो मेरा मैन्युफैक्चरिंग मुझे ठीक करवाना है तो आई नीड टू नो कि एवरीथिंग इज एफिशिएंट, एवरीथिंग इज एट
Yeah.
इट्स ऑप्टिमम लेवल. सो yes, that's very important. In Descara, how we've set it up is basically जब तुम मटेरियल मास्टर में जाते हो, मान लो तुम see, obviously सिस्टम को पता होना चाहिए कि आपका रॉ मटेरियल क्या है, आपका फिनिश गुड क्या है, राइट? जब आप फिनिश गुड और रॉ मटेरियल इधर आप मेंशन कर देते हो, अब जब आप फिनिश गुड का आपको सिस्टम में दिखाना है कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली आर द क्वांटिटीज रिक्वायर्ड टू मैन्युफैक्चर वन सिंगल फिनिश गुड. अगर बॉटल मान, ठीक है, तो अगर मुझे बॉटल बनानी है तो मुझे ये सब रॉ मटेरियल्स चाहिए इन दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वांटिटी एट एनी गिवन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, राइट? अगर इसमें मान लो इफ इट इज 0.1, देन अगेन इट्स अ प्रॉब्लम, right? Because the bottle is not going to come out as exactly as what I have been marketing or what I have been manufacturing all this while, right? So it has to be defined perfectly here so that your products come out the same way that you want it to. We also have given you options to use substitute products as well. कि let's say if something here is not available, कि मान लो ये low density polyethylene, so क्या होता है basically industry में sourcing your raw materials takes a few days. Maybe you have a good supplier relation and you get it as soon as you want it, right? But there are certain times when let's say your prices go up. तो मान लो Reliance ने price बढ़ा दिया and you don't want to purchase it from them, and there's some other supplier who is giving at least 1 rupee lesser than that. That 1 rupee also matters a lot. So in that case you can probably use that alternate product as well in a particular bottle जो finished good बन रहा है, right? So you can see how important it is to track everything here, right? ये हमने पहले सिस्टम में ऑलरेडी ऐड कर दिया. इसमें हम स्क्रैप भी डाल देंगे. तो मान लो मैं जब ये प्रोडक्ट जब बनाता हूं, so if you see, when I open it, you get your component product जहाँ पे raw materials आएंगे, फिर बाय प्रोडक्ट जिसमें आपका स्क्रैप भी डिफाइन होगा और आपका को प्रोडक्ट भी डिफाइन होगा. को प्रोडक्ट मतलब आपको मान लो जब आप प्लास्टिक बॉटल बना रहे हो तो उसमें से कुछ और प्लास्टिक निकलता है जो यूज हो जाता है किसी और प्रोडक्ट के लिए, या तो वो आप बेच सकते हो किसी और को, मे बी इट बिकम्स अनदर प्रोडक्ट. तो यू कैन बेसिकली सेट इट अप हियर इटसेल्फ कि स्क्रैप भी आप डाल सकते हो कि नॉर्मली स्क्रैप कितना निकलता है, बस आप इधर डिफाइन कर सकते हो. जैसे वो डिफाइन हो गया, आपका सेल्स ऑर्डर आएगा या आप मेक टू स्टॉक करोगे, उसका वर्क ऑर्डर बनेगा, ठीक है? अब इधर आप जैसे ही वर्क ऑर्डर में आते हो तो आप इधर जैसे देख सकते हो ऑल द डिटेल्स, ये हमने पहले ही देखा था पूरा डिटेल्स, राइट? वेस्टेज आप ट्रैक कर सकते हो इसमें से. तो आप इधर पहले डालोगे अपनी कंज्यूम क्वांटिटी, वेस्टेज, इधर आप सब ऑटोमेटिकली इधर वेस्टेज डाल सकते हो कि ये पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेस में या तो ये वर्क ऑर्डर में कितना वेस्टेज निकला, राइट? तो अगर मैंने 1 kg डाल दिया तो ऑटोमेटिकली अगर मैं इसको सेव करके रिपोर्ट्स में देखूंगा, वो मुझे ऑटोमेटिकली दिखाएगा कि आपने कितना, ये जो ऑपरेशन में है आपने कितना कंज्यूम किया, आपने कितना अपना कितना वेस्टेज निकला, राइट? ये सब ट्रैक हो जाएगा जैसे ही ट्रैक होगा आपको एक ओवरऑल व्यू मिलेगा कि इतना वेस्ट है, तो इतना वेस्ट एक्चुअली नहीं निकलना चाहिए। तो अगेन इट ऑल्सो कनेक्ट्स टू योर अदर चैलेंजेस कि मेरा कॉस्ट बढ़ गया अगर वेस्ट निकला तो, फिर मेरे रॉ मटेरियल्स में बराबर क्वालिटी चेक नहीं करवा रहा हूँ, राइट, कि इससे प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, और फिर वेस्टेज से गवर्नमेंट रिलेटेड इश्यूज भी आएंगे, राइट, बिकॉज द गवर्नमेंट इज क्रैकिंग डाउन ऑन प्लास्टिक इंडस्ट्री इन अ वे वेयर वी ट्राई टू मैन्युफैक्चर ओनली ऑप्टिमम। अब अगर ऐसा प्रोडक्ट बनाना है जिसका वेस्टेज बहुत कम हो, तो वेस्टेज का तो ट्रैक करना ही होगा। अगर मैं एवरी मंथ ट्रैक करूं कि इतना इतना वेस्टेज निकल रहा है, जैसे कि मैंने दिखाया वर्क ऑर्डर पे, तो ऑन द थर्ड मंथ लेट्स से आई विल अंडरस्टैंड कि जैसे मैं रिपोर्ट्स देखूंगा मुझे थर्ड मंथ में पता चलेगा कि बेसिकली मेरा इधर फॉल्ट हो रहा है इसलिए इतना वेस्टेज आ रहा है, राइट, कि रॉ मटेरियल खराब हो गया या वैसा कुछ हो गया। तो फिर वो ट्रैक हो जाएगा और आपको पता चलेगा कि भाई अच्छा, थर्ड ऑन द थर्ड मंथ यू विल बेसिकली चेक योर इन्वेंट्री, आप देखोगे कि ये सब मुझे फिक्स करना है, ये मेरा सप्लायर ठीक नहीं है प्रोबेबली, तो मुझे किसी और सप्लायर को नेगोशिएट करना होगा, राइट। सो यू गेट ऑल ऑफ दिस डेटा ऑन द फ्लाई की यू कैन मेक बेटर डिसीजंस, right? So this way you can control your wastage as well, and that way you will be able to exponentially expand your business growth as well, and gain a lot of profits as well. So yeah.
Right. So the other challenge that we have been hearing from our clients is about the increased competition. Market is growing. We have seen that it is growing at a rate of 6.6% CAGR, compound annual growth rate. But at the same time, competition is also growing. So definitely, our manufacturer need to keep themselves, I mean, competitive. They need to make certain changes, certain updates in their current working model. So some of the parameters that we look at, one is the major important parameter is about the customer focus. The customer which we have, are we maintaining the records of those customer properly or not? Right? Are we really noting down their feedbacks, their suggestions? Are we maintaining proper track of that or not? Whatever suggestions are coming from them, are we really implementing or not? That all is really equally important. So definitely, if we one need to or want to be competitive in the market, that need to be maintained by customer wise, right? Another is that product innovation. Product innovation is not only important for I mean sales of the product, but even to create the new markets for the product. If really I want to build a competitive edge, so it's very important like what is new that I'm coming up in the product which is not there in the other products in the market. See, this all I'll be possible to do only if I'm having time and I'm from my regular work, right? Not if I'm doing everything manually, I'll not be getting enough time to think on innovation and other things. So I should get required time so that I can plan even for the innovation in my product, which will ultimately help my customers, right? Most of the time we have
Yes.
seen that it's not always possible to or not possible to grow only by providing the standard products. Some of the time customers are looking for, say I'm purchasing some ABC products from you, but I'm also looking for D and E. That is certain customization I'm looking for, something additional I'm looking for, because there is some change in demand, there is some certain change in expectations. So if I look at only I'm just selling say X product, I'm not talking about V. Today there's a demand for X product, but tomorrow there will be X plus Y. Customer will be expecting something additional. If we talk about the same injection molding machine, if I'm see making a bag, I'm making a bag, but sometimes the customer is looking for something like helping him in designing a bag. Okay, I'm selling a bags, for example, I'm selling a brand, a particular brand bag, but I want that bag to be designed in some different way, right? That help is required. Client is also looking for a help in terms of creating a prototype of my bag. Client is also looking for help in terms of helping me in building my supply chain. So definitely a manufacturer need to think on the similar line also, so that I should be able to create a competitive edge in the market. Even the value added services, right? If I'm selling certain product, I should be able to provide some additional value to my customers also. Whether I can help him to get the product sold online, can I help him to get it integrated with certain platforms, right? So we'll see how even that we can do with the help of the product, with the help of Deskera, right? So that they that our clients can handle even this challenge. Yeah.
Yes, oh, a very good point. Yes, because market is always growing. It's never going to stop.
Right.
Even though government put sanctions on plastic industry, there has been no stopping sign at all. Uh, Companies might shut down maybe because they are not adhering to the correct quality of the product, but as a industry, as a company, there is always growth in this particular market. Even I have noticed key, let's say, like I said, my dad manufactures plastic, right? So slowly but surely we are trying to see, the market's not going to stop, like I said. So obviously we are trying to move into different aspects. Okay, we are manufacturing plastic drums, let's say. So we are manufacturing using the polythene जो pellets जो दाने होते हैं, right? So instead of that, we are trying to shift towards an industry, a mini industry, you could say, where basically you're sourcing raw materials which are made out of corn starch, right? With where you add a little bit of polyethylene and it becomes a plastic, right? There's a lot of different research on this. There's different machinery that you need to probably purchase or rent, and then you need to manufacture based on that. When you start going towards that, there's always new opportunities coming up, right? And you can see the prices are again sometimes skyrocketing, sometimes you get it for the minimum price as possible, right? So industry will never stop. Even though people around say that plastic industry is in a big problem, it can be in a problem right now. I understand, but it's never going to stop. That is one thing that I've understood. Now, as he said, any business has to be competitive at any given point of time, right? You have to have all, let's say, like he said, it has to be customer focused, right? So that means I need to understand my customer in and out, right? What quality does they require? What is the most important aspect for him? Is it the price that I'm selling at? Is it the delivery time? Maybe that matters to him. Maybe he needs all the products within 1 week rather than waiting for another vendor, which gives him in 1 month. Let's say maybe it's the payment terms. Maybe he'll only pay every month only once rather than paying for each and every order that he places. So there are a lot of aspects to it, right? So how do we understand what are our customers' needs, right? If let's say he's a good customer, you are in good touch with him, maybe you will know by memory ki, okay, Rajesh Plastic is one of my customer. This is what he likes. This is what he requires. I will be, constantly supplying it to him this way itself. But obviously, you don't have one customer. You are you are basically expanding your business. So obviously, your customer segment grows as well. So you need to understand at any given point of time कि ये customer को क्या चाहिए, right? So if you see, we have a whole line here where we have our integrated CRM as well, right? We are customer focused in the sense where you will have data of all your customers here, which will automatically sync in with your books as well. Any customer related data, what are his preferences, all of that will sync into your books as well, which will automatically show in all of your transactions too, right? We make use of something called custom fields. So if you just go into any one of it, you have the opportunity to see and create as many custom fields you want to define that this PP plastic that you see here, what is his requirement? Or so since this is a bill, that means I'm purchasing. How at what price do I have to quote? Or in the PO, what price do I have to put? So I have that data always ready here. So I don't have to keep checking my other records, my books or Excels to find out what is the whole data, right? I have separate price lists as well. I can create multiple price lists, which will automatically pop up in my transactions too. So I don't need to remember price as well. I can just set up the prices once and automatically prices आते रहेंगे. कम होएगा तो फिर I can make the changes as well. ज़्यादा होएगा तो I can create one price list too for that. So I can accommodate that particular part of things as well, right? Then when you talk about increased competition again, we have a lot of customizations that you can do, right? We have integrations done as well. So if let's say I'm a bottle manufacturer and I get a lot of orders from Amazon, right? Maybe Amazon में मेरा पूरा company का marketing किया हुआ है, एंड उधर से लॉट ऑफ आवर कस्टमर्स आर ऑर्डरिंग, राइट? अब उसको आपको इसमें लाना है, राइट? इट हैज टू बी इंटीग्रेटेड बिकॉज ऑर्डर्स आ रहे हैं, ऑर्डर्स के ऊपर मैन्युफैक्चर हो रहा है मान लो, एंड देन यू आर गिविंग इट टू देम, राइट? ये सब सिंक्ड होना चाहिए, राइट? इन दैट केस वी हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड e-com integrations, where if you just come to our app store, we have already integrated with a lot of our different apps that you can see here, right? It can be, let's say, your deliveries, right? It can be your payment gateways. It can be your e-commerce, which you have here, right? So if I just open up this one, you have multiple options here. So you see, there is Amazon. So you connect with Amazon, you get all of this data कि daily जितने orders आ रहे हैं automatically real time sync होते हैं हमारे books में, right? और फिर आप देख सकते हो कि उसका order status क्या है, तो आप इधर देख सकते हो what is the price of each and every order, right? So you can basically decide based on all of that as well कि ये automatically आएगा और sync हो जाएगा आपके इनवॉइसेस में। तो इधर आपके सारे अमेजोन के ऑर्डर्स आएंगे, इधर से आप मान लो इधर से ही आपको वर्क ऑर्डर वैसे कुछ बनाना है, वो भी हो जाएगा, एंड ऑटोमेटिकली यू कैन प्रोसेस दैट होल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंड देन डिलीवर इट टू द कस्टमर within the given point of time as well. So all of it is very seamless. You don't have to worry about a lot of data mismatch or missing out on a lot of information about a particular customer. So very helpful that way. Yes.
Right. And the good thing is that most of the integrations are ready to use. Simply plug and play.
Ready to use.
Right? If we
Yes.
talk about
Yes.
Amazon, right? Amazon will talk about Paytm or Cash Free or Razor Pay or Just Dial. These integrations are already ready, right? Or with WhatsApp, right? So it's not like we have to create or build a separate or we have to integrate separately, right? But if there is some new
Exactly.
platform or the platform which is not being frequently used, definitely we can work on customization also with that particular platform,
Yes.
right?
Mm.
Just take an example. If I'm getting a lead on Amazon and I'm managing it separately, right? Order or some lead on, say, on Just Dial or some other platform. But if I'm getting all on a single platform, it really becomes easy for me, far easier for me to manage those, right? It saves a lot of time.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So, and the fifth challenge that we are talking about was the technological advancements. See, we have seen that. See, we have a market of around 2.95 lakh crores in India, but still most of our SMEs are working in a very traditional way. Okay, but definitely there is fast pace increase in the adoption of technology also in the recent times, whether it's IoT or cloud or whether it's AI, right? Even government in pushing a lot SMEs to that they should go for digitization. If you just remember I mean this year's budget, 21,000 crores of rupees are allocated for digitization of SMEs in India, which is
Yeah.
actually 42% higher than the previous year. So government is also focusing a lot. Simultaneously, government is also pushing to increase export, just to keep tap on that deficit part, right? So what is important export? So definitely there is a lot of initiatives, support from government that there should be adoption of technology. Streamlining operations are also very important. In case of injection molding, see, initially I have to put up the mold, then I have to put up that raw material, then I have to take that part out. I have to set my cycle time. I have to set temperature and pressure. See, all these things can be managed efficiently through the integration of technology, IoT, and the respective
Yes.
software. Okay. Reducing human error is also very important because, see, as we are implementing technology, interference of human in that particular activity or the process gets reduced drastically. Okay, so chances of human error also gets reduced simultaneously. Real time and informed decisions is getting the right information at right time. For example, I need certain reports, which is the right vendor or who's giving me the best price or L1 or L2 price. I should select two. If I'm having that details ready with me, I can plan accordingly. I can ensure that I can set my reorder level so that that will not be any shortage of raw material while carrying out my manufacturing activity. I can get different data in different format, different statistics, analytical format, graphical format, chart format, so that I can make right decision. All these information reports I can get through a proper software, so which will help me in a decision making. And also
Yes.
anticipating if there is any issue in advance is really very important. If there is any issue coming up, I should be able to judge or get some idea so that I can prevent it be actually occurring it, right, before occurring it. So if I'm having a right controls, right setup, right technology, that will also help us from any future failure. I can take the right step, right time. So this is also equally
Yes.
important. And if you are integrating with the right platform, I mean the platform along with the IoT, so that really help us to control it in a real time and increase the efficiency of our map process, right? Paras, can we just show some of the features where we can just help our
Yes,
clients?
yes. In
Yeah,
this aspect, we have a lot of features where you can track each and
right,
everything, right? So you can see real-time information, anticipate any issues in advance, human errors, etc. Right? In that case, you can come here. You can see we have reports for everything. So now you're using technology, you're trying to integrate technology with your operations. You need data at any given point of time. We have reports here that will give you data at any given point of time. कि अगर आपको जानना है कितना स्टॉक पड़ा है मेरे पास, you will get it. कि कौन से वेयर हाउस में, कौन से रो में, कौन से रैक में पड़ा है, you will get that data as well. और अगर आपको जानना है कि
right,
आज के दिन में क्या क्या ट्रांजैक्शन हुए, मान लो मैं ये एक्सेस देता हूँ मेरी टीम को, राइट? वो टीम जब भी कोई काम कर रही है सॉफ्टवेयर में, तो मुझे देखना है कि ये लोग क्या कर रहे हैं। मान लो मैं किसी और मेरे वेयर हाउस में हूँ और मुझे देखना है ये वेयर हाउस में क्या क्या ऑपरेशन हो रहा है, आई कैन सी दैट एज वेल. सो ऑल ऑफ दिस इज रियल टाइम इंफॉर्मेशन, राइट? देन वी ऑल्सो हैव राइट फोरकास्टिंग, जहाँ पे आप फोरकास्ट कर सकते हो कि अगर मुझे ये मैन्युफैक्चर करना है, ये कितने टाइम में हो जाएगा, कितनी अवेलेबल क्वांटिटी है, जब मैंने बोला कि रॉ मटेरियल कितना बचा है, वो सब डेटा मुझे मिल जाएगा इधर. एंड ऑब्वियसली जैसे ही आप इधर फीड करते हो कोई भी डेटा, तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपको पता चलता है कि कि दिस इज द प्रोडक्ट रिलेटेड डेटा. इसमें कोई ह्यूमन एरर भी नहीं आएगा कि अगर तुम मान लो कुछ मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हो और ये है मेरा पूरा प्रोसेस, राइट? ये देख सकते हो कंप्लीट हो गया है पूरा प्रोसेस, तो आप देख सकते हो इधर इधर कोई ऑप्शन ही नहीं है कि कोई चेंज कर सकता है कुछ. आप उसको एक्सेस भी नहीं दे पाओगे कि मान लो वो सिर्फ करेगा आपका बिलिंग और सेल्स, बट उसको वर्क ऑर्डर में कुछ नहीं करना है, तो बेसिकली ही वोंट हैव एक्सेस टू इट. वो भी हो सकता है इसमें. देन वी हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड ऑटोमेशन, जहाँ पे आपको ईमेल नोटिफिकेशन चाहिए कि मान लो आपका रॉ मटेरियल आउट ऑफ स्टॉक जा रहा है, तो उसको रीऑर्डर करना है, या तो पेमेंट किसी से कलेक्ट करना है, तो उसका भी आपको ईमेल नोटिफिकेशन आ जाएगा. या तो आपका कोई बैच वाला प्रोडक्ट है, उसका एक्सपायर्ड हो रहा है, मान लो 2-3 दिन में एक्सपायर होने वाली है और आपको वो बेचना है जल्दी, राइट? तो आपको वो डेटा चाहिए. ऑटोमेटिकली आप जैसे ही ईमेल चेक करोगे, आपको ये सब नोटिफिकेशन मिल जाएगा और आप उसके अगेंस्ट डिसीजन ले सकते हो कि भाई अच्छा 5 दिन में ये एक्सपायर हो रहा है, तो मुझे ये खरीदना होगा या तो बेचना होगा फटाफट, राइट? तो ऑल ऑफ दिस इज वेरी मच पॉसिबल इन आवर सॉफ्टवेयर राइट नाउ. सो या, that is how we can help. Yes.
right, right. So basically, see, we have seen that how Descara manufacturing can help our clients to run their operation efficiently and effectively. So can we just move to the next slide, just to summarize it? So basically, see, if you look at whether you are operating from, I mean, from any time you can manage it, whether it from any platform or any location, you can handle it completely because it's a completely a cloud-based solution. Moreover, if we talk about the integration, then most of the integrations are ready that as we have seen, right? Along with
Yes.
this, not just the manufacturing part or not just the accounting part, even if we talk about maintaining a life cycle of my employee, from joining of the employee, salary generation, his attention, I mean his attendance, then his taxes calculation, everything can be managed from a single platform only. Even the CRM that we have seen, if I'm having a client, I need to manage the lead that I can manage. I want to run certain campaigns, whether it's email campaign or whether it's a WhatsApp campaign, that also I can even I can maintain the support leads, right? So if
Yes.
I want to manage end-to-end operations of my organization, that I can do with the help of Tezkera, right? And
Very much
essentially with
so.
the
Very
help of
much.
even, yeah, even since the most of the integrations are ready to use, it also saves on a lot of time, correct? And
Yes.
since we are present on the field, I mean, if required, we can have face-to-face meeting. We can also have a meeting over telephone, or we can have a meeting on Google Meet, right? On any platform for video call. Even we are present on number of platforms also, whether it's Facebook or whether it is LinkedIn. So if you have any requirement, please reach out to us. Let me know if there
Yes.
is any more queries. I mean, we are done, almost done, but let's just take up the queries if there is any query here. And pass, let me know if you want to add anything.
No, you've basically summed up everything.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
understand how challenging it can be. So
yeah.
solutions are already available. We just have to look where they are. That's it.
Right, right. Today it's very important to adopt the right technology, right? So that
Definitely.
we can just make our process very efficient and productive. And essentially, when even
Definitely. Yes.
government is supporting it, government is also pushing it,
Yes. Very much.
right? So I think we are on right time, exactly 4 o'clock.
Yes. I mean, we can talk a lot about it, but yes,
Yeah, let us
we
know if
are
there
on
is any
time.
query.
Yeah.
I request all the participants, if there is any query, please put up in the chat. We can wait for another 5 seconds. And
Yes.
if there is no query, we can close for the day. And please reach out to us if you need any help. You want to have any discussion, face to face, telephonic. You want to have any joint meeting over video, that also we can plan. We are having our team present across India, even abroad, right? So wherever possible, we'll be trying to have a face to face meeting. Okay, fine. So Paras, I'm not seeing any more queries. I think most of the queries are already been answered by Shikha, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think now we can close for the day, right? So thanks
Yes.
everyone for joining us for the session. And
Thank you.
sooner we'll be having another session for another industry, for another segment, right? Thank you so
Yes,
much. Thanks for
definitely.
joining us. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks.